Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation.
Let's talk about something that might make you see your phones or your electric car a little differently. I know we all love our gadgets, right? Our phones, our laptops, even electric cars. You probably can't live without it. They're so convenient, they're so cool, and they're the future. We know this, but here's the thing. There's a dark and heartbreaking story behind how these devices are actually made. My name is Ify Igwe, and this is the African Diaspora News Channel. You see, deep in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC for short, there's a mineral that makes all of this possible. It's called cobalt, and it's essential for the lithium-ion batteries that power almost every modern device that we use. Without cobalt, our phones wouldn't actually work, our electric cars wouldn't run, but getting that cobalt, that's where things take a devastating turn. Now, when you think of mining, you might picture massive machines, safety gear, people in hard hats, and things like that. But unfortunately, that's not the case for everyone. In the DRC, mining looks very different, very different. In the commercial mines, many of which are controlled by big Chinese companies, the earth is literally ripped apart to extract cobalt. But that's not even the worst of it. A huge chunk of the world's cobalt, between 18% and 30%, comes from what's called artisanal mining. And I know that sounds fancy, but it's not. That's just a corporate way of saying thousands of men, women, and allegedly even children are digging through the dirt with their bare hands. Just imagine this, you're 6 years old. Instead of going to school, you spend all day, every day, digging through the ground, breathing in toxic dust, carrying heavy sacks on your back, and for what? Just a few dollars. It's alleged, and by eyewitness reports and investigative reports, that kids as young as 4 years old are working in these mines. No gloves, no masks, no protection. They crawl through narrow collapsing tunnels, all to extract cobalt that will end up in our smartphones, our laptops, our electric cars. Many of them don't make it to adulthood. The work is dangerous. The exposure to toxic materials damages their lungs, and collapses happen all the time. And the worst part, they have no other choice. Their families are so poor that mining is the only way that they can survive. Here's where it gets really frustrating. The DRC produces about 70% of the world's cobalt. And where does most of it go? China. Chinese companies refine it, process it, and then sell it to the world's biggest tech and car companies. Apple, Tesla, Samsung, Microsoft. They all rely on this supply chain. So while we get to enjoy the latest iPhone or feel good about driving an eco-friendly electric car, there are kids risking their lives to make this possible. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, Ify, what do? Do we stop using our phones and our laptops? Obviously, that's not realistic, right? But here's what we can do. We can educate ourselves. The more we talk about this, the harder it is for companies to ignore it. We can also hold companies accountable. Many of these tech giants claim that they have ethical sourcing policies, but the truth is, most cobalt can't even be traced back to its original source. We need to demand transparency. Another thing is to support ethical alternatives. Some companies are working on cobalt-free batteries. Investing in research for these alternatives could actually change the game big time. You know, at the end of the day, we all love technology. Let's face it, it's part of our lives. But if we're benefiting from it, we should also be aware of the cost. the real human cost, because no child should have to risk their life just so that we can scroll through TikTok or drive an electric car. So what do you think? Had you heard about this before? Let's talk about it in the comments. And if this made you think differently about your devices, share this video. More people need to know. And if you found this breakdown helpful, check out my YouTube channel, Ify Igwe, that's IFY-IGWE. Don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe to this channel for more news. See you next time. Stay informed, stay aware. My name is Ify Igwe, reporting from Nigeria. It's the African Diaspora News Channel.